everyone, it's Megan Elizabeth with AboveReviewStudio.com. Thanks so much for stopping by to check out this mini theme kit from Echo Park. Dance and ballet is a really popular thing in scrapbooking, and a lot of us have kids that are in dance recitals and ballet and all of those different fun things. And sometimes actually ballet and dance and music is a little bit more, I want to say, difficult to find in scrapbooking. And Echo Park put together this great little mini theme kit. There's several of them out there available, all different kinds of themes. And what comes in them is 6 double-sided 12 by 12 paper that all coordinates, and it's going to be a front and a back. So if you take a look here, the pink of this one is the back side. So you get 2 of each sheet, front and back. And then you also get 1 element sticker sheet or a sticker accent. And it's really fantastic because you can do, what I like to say with this is you do 2 full 12 by 24 spreads. So what I like to do with this kind of thing, when I get something like this, a 6 by 6 or 6 12 by 12 sheets in a mini kit, I would do 4 scrapbook pages total, and then use the other 2 sheets as accent sheets for the other pages. So for example, I would use like this as a base and say this as a base, and then take these other 2 sheets and do my accents, cutting out this and the back sides and using, you know, the reverse. And then the same thing, I would keep these 2 because you're not going to need all of that. Do your other 2 pages, etc. And then you have 4 coordinating layouts. I already used a sheet of this. If you watched one of my videos a little while back doing subway art, this was the page I used for when days turn into nights and friends turn into family. This was the sheet I used for that. So it's just a beautiful kit. I wanted to do a really quick scrapbook layout with this, and I wanted to do a little rosette and just show you just something kind of fun and simple using this Echo Park collection pack. I'm going to use this pink as my base, and I have a photo here of my daughter Genevieve. Really, this is just going to be a simple layout. I like doing simple layouts. Recently, I would say in the past only year, maybe going on 2 years, I've started doing more single photo layouts, but I've been long time scrapbooking where I usually have a minimum of 3 photos on a layout, so it just kind of depends what I'm working on, what I'm doing, kind of what ends up happening there. But I'm going to cut out a few elements, and we're going to make a rosette and have some fun with this. So I'm going to do a couple strips of this paper. Like I said, use 2 of the sheets as like your accents. Cut out strips, cut out shapes using a die cutting machine. You can do a lot of different things. Really just have fun with it, and then create a couple layouts. And you can use these for cards as well. There's no rules. There's no set rules. I love that this says glimmer, glitter, and gleam. And I'm going to cut it right there. Oh, actually, I want to cut this strip out because I want to do this full 12 by 12. So let's do this. Let's try to get it even in my paper trimmer. All right. And this was when Jenna was just learning how to walk, and we went to the zoo, and this particular day she was walking around this ledge, and she was like jumping up and down, holding onto it and doing like a little dance and like wiggling her little bum, and she was giggling and having a great time. And I remember that, and I really thought that this was just kind of going to be the perfect little layout for doing this, for capturing that moment, that memory. And let's see, I'm going to take this, I'm going to do this backwards here. I'm going to place down my photo first and then cut it out so that I am sure I get it just where I want it, because I just want a tiny little border. I don't need a very large one. Alright, so this is ensuring that I'm lining it up exactly where I need it. I've been really a stickler about matting my photos recently, and I'm not entirely sure why, because you don't always need to, and I have plenty of layouts that I haven't and that I don't, but recently it's like I must mat my photos, and sometimes double and triple mat them. I don't know why. Okay. So the stripes are going this way. They're going vertical. Now I'm going to make some horizontal let's change that around. I know my directions. We're going to make these vertical. Oh my goodness, I'm having a day. Okay, so we're going to make some vertical stripes. Actually, I'm going to use this and this, like so. And I just like how this all kind of coordinates together and breaks it up a little bit. So you can kind of leave a little space in between. Keep it simple. You don't have to go crazy. And glue glider, I only need a little strip at the top and the bottom and maybe a little bit in the middle. I don't need to do the full length. Keep that in mind when you're working with glue arts. And for some reason, these strips are a little bit longer this way than the paper is that way. So we'll just trim that off at the edge. So this collection pack is just really, really awesome for those that have students in dance. And there's so many others available. So many others available. And we're going to make a rosette. Now I'm going to grab these element sheets, and I want it to use this dance like no one's watching. Just put the adhesive straight down on there. Comes right on out. Grab your scissors. Make sure it's straight. And then what I'm going to finally do, finish this up using my score pal, I'm going to make a little rosette using the same pattern paper. And this is really a very simple thing to do. You're going to just stick it in your score pal, and at every 1/4 inch, or 1/2 inch rather, I'm sorry, I'm doing this at every 1/2 inch. We're going to make a pretty large rosette all the way across. So all your 1/2 inch marks, you're just going to score, and then we're going to accordion fold this. It's a really, really a simple thing to do. I've done a couple of videos on them in the past, and you just kind of fold them back and forth, accordion style. And then we're going to do this right on top of, this is the Score Pal mat, and I really like this because you can cut on it. It gives you all the grid and lines and a lot of different options to, you know, mess with and do. And we're going to take a little bit of adhesive. I use the Tombow Mono multi-glue, liquid glue. I just have to make sure that this is going opposite. It's not. So you need them going opposite directions, so when it's not, you can just kind of cut one edge off. And then we're going to adhere these edge to edge. So put a little adhesive on the one side. Let it kind of tack up a little, and then you need it to go together just like that, okay? So let that kind of dry a little bit. So what I'm going to do is grab my 1-inch circle punch and just a scrap of paper. You can use the same paper or just something totally different. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to use the same. Cut that out. And then I'm going to grab some Glue Arts adhesive squares. I use 2 of them, but these work absolutely, I find, like the best because you don't have to mess with dry time, and it's just a really strong permanent hold. And I'm just going to use 3 because I really want to cover that whole circle with them. Kind of went all the way around the circle. I don't know if you can kind of see, but the whole circle is kind of filled in. Set that down. What you're going to do once you have this and it's kind of dry, you're going to gather it together and press it down in the center. You kind of just work it till it's together. And then fan it out and press it down. Okay? And then once you press it down, you're just going to take your adhesive portion here. Oops, we're losing our fold. All right. And you're just going to press that down on the reverse side. You can do it on either side. It really, I guess it doesn't matter all that much. If you want, you know, to see the button or you don't, it's kind of up to you what you want to see and what you want to have sticking out. but I wanted it to be that I had all kind of that red in the center and it was going to fan out this way. Then what I'm going to do with this, while that's kind of like setting, drying, you can put a little bit of wet adhesive in there, liquid adhesive, and I'm going to grab a sparkle light. We'll do this in the Party Girl pink, because that'll be the best. Some sparkly shine right on there. And that's dry on the back. You're just going to need to let some of that wet adhesive kind of dry in the center there. What you glued together here. And then this is just going to kind of go here, and I want to add just a little bit of ribbon and a few other pieces of paper. And actually, one of the things that I thought was really cool, there's a strip up here along this top edge where it's the packaging. Use your packaging in scrapbooking. I don't think people realize enough how much you can do and still use, even just from things as simple as the header card of what you're working with. And I love doing that. And there's still adhesive on here because this is a full adhesive sheet. So you can just peel off the back, kind of place this down. I think I want it to go down here. It doesn't have to be all the way against the edge, but I think because everything else is for this layout, I'm going to go edge to edge on it. I'm going to grab another adhesive square because they work so well. Right down here. And then we're going to finish this off with just a few more sparkle lights. And then I have plenty of room to write in my journaling right along the side. So that was just finished off with a little bit of journaling and several sparkle lights. You can use either a wet or dry adhesive for them. The Glue Arts adhesive squares work really, really well. And I really hope that you enjoyed creating with me using the mini kit from Echo Park, Le Ballete de Grande, I believe it's called. Le Ballete de Grande. And I think it's beautiful. So thank you guys again for checking this out, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.